Make sure we're live, everything running. Tribe Benjamin podcast is live. Okay, great. Awesome. Well, good evening, everybody. Let me see if I can get some video on this one. Hold on. Here we go. Good evening, everybody. Beautiful evening. The sun just going down. Um, Shout out to the planes overhead. Listen, we're going to get into body count part 3. And God gave me a scripture before I start. So we're going to start the Tribe Benjamin podcast with a scripture. You guys know the prayer. Our Father. But we're going to get straight into the scripture. So the scripture I have is this. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22. It says, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. Well, that actually wasn't the verse I wanted to read, but that's a powerful one. These are Proverbs. The one I wanted to read is verse 19. So chapter 12, verse 19. Because I wanted to talk about the truth, and this one was lying, which is a couple verses down. So this one says, truthful lips endure forever, but those who plan, truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. That's the verse, y'all. Shout out to the Free Rockledge Bible booth in the Thrifty Shop Plaza. I'm looking for the Old Testament, so I keep checking. I know there were some Old Testaments in there. Somebody got them. It's all good. But that's the scripture I wanted to read. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. I'm trying to hold the Bible and the phone at the same time. And water. Drink your water, y'all. My water bottle. So yeah, the truth is going to endure forever. Lying, the truth forever. So that's why me talking about my body count video, talking about the relationships I had and all that, is basically just me telling the truth about my life and what happened in the bedroom and personal relationships. So it's just really showing how the truth is what lasts forever, you know? Speak the truth. Lies, just for a moment. People may acknowledge it, believe it, but just a moment. That's it, not forever. So let's get to the truth, y'all. So we're going to continue this video. I was talking about my body count being, people I had relationships with and what happened, and closure, just for closure, for anybody that wanted to have this conversation or have somebody truthfully open up about their body count, which is the word we use in America, millennials, Generation X. We use this word as the people you slept with. I don't believe in homosexuality, but obviously if you have homosexuality experiences, that can be labeled as a body count. But I told you guys, this is a Christian man, Benjamin, King Benjamin of the tribe Benjamin. I'm telling you guys my body count based on the life that I've lived, and I don't have hundreds and hundreds of women, just tens and tens. So I was trying to break down my life from age 0 to 20, and then we really didn't have any body counts until age 15 to 20. And then we explained those, and then we were breaking down my life from age 20 to 25. And then we were going to go 25 to 30. But, to make it simple, we could just do age 20 to 30 and just cover a decade of what happened in my life when it comes to my body count. So I think we'll just do that. So let's go ahead and start where we left off. I don't remember exactly who I was talking about. And I'm not trying to just name other women's names just to do it. I'm just letting it out from what I remember. But the whole point was, by after the year 2012, which was an impactful year, I get caught up talking about that year because that's when I had you know, guys popping their cherry, breaking their virginity bar of really like being sexually active. That was the year for me, you know. So I get caught up talking about that year probably too much, but hey, when you were affected the way I was affected, it's hard not to talk about. So basically, we're just gonna get into, simplifying the body count. So as far as the women that I dated or had relationships with, and I'm inside now, so we can sit down and talk. You got to be real. Some of them were flings. Some of them I wish they lasted longer than they did. Some of them I wish, you know, would have stuck around a little bit longer. But end of the day, it's just me. It is just me telling my story through the Meta Internet Airways on the Tribe Benjamin podcast. So here in Florida, you can really open up in your mind, but nobody really speaks out the stories unless someone's really willing to listen. And even now, you got to pry information out of people. So I kind of give it freely to you guys. And for y'all to take, steal, to do whatever, plagiarize my work, that's up to y'all and y'all consciousness. But I give it to you guys freely on the Tribe of Benjamin podcast YouTube. So have at it. But yeah, body count. From age 20, I was, I turned 20 in 2012, and to age 30, I turned 30 and 2021. You know, and shout out to Trey, AppRat, where Dante was there, I believe, David, for my 30th birthday, so I had a get together of people that celebrated. I remember getting a longboard, so from age 20 to 30, my life, as far as romances and body count, was really up and down and really nothing going on for about, 7 of those years. It's really age 20 to 23. And I know people are just like, oh, say some names already. Say the names, say the women. No, I tell the story how I want to tell it. And, you know, any guys that are willing to talk about their body count and open up about who it was and what happened, good for you to let it out, to your brothers or to your people, but don't let it out to, a girl you're with. Don't do all that, man. You don't need to tell her your body count. She just needs to trust you, and you need to, take care of her. You ain't got to do all that extra stuff. I do this voluntarily because I'm single. I offer my Tribe Benjamin podcast to the people. This is a freedom movement, and free speech has been exhibited on this platform. Whether understood or not, it's been free, and I haven't charged anybody, for these videos. I got 74 subscribers. I appreciate all you guys, all the subscribers. Whether you understand what you subscribe to or not, I appreciate it. um, but yeah, man, like 7 plus 4 is 11, so I'm happy, yo. Like there it is. Boom, I made it. It's viral to me. But the underground impact is just beyond what I even know. Power off. So, yeah, we could turn that off. So getting back to the body count thing, like we're talking about ages 20 to 23 in America. These are considered college years for a lot of kids who, after they graduate high school, they go off to try to find a university, or some people join the military. Some people are climbing some type of corporate ladder or working for the family's business or somebody's business. Who knows how you're getting it? Legally, I never thought about illegal activity to make income because I wasn't raised to do that. I was raised by the public school system predominantly, the foster care system, and really you just kind of follow the system, which is the government, right, of America. So, you know, by the college time, I was working, 9 to 5 jobs, going to community college. And I met a few girls between Craigslist, uh, the Craigslist dating pool that was going on, uh, in school, at BCC at the time. And a lot of these girls, they didn't last that long at all. Like, the relationships did not last long at all. And not all of them was intercourse. And that's when I was breaking down earlier in my videos about like having sex versus your virginity, losing your virginity is an important story. But like, you don't have to break down the details of what you did for sex. You just say, hey, I had sexual intercourse with X, Y, and Z, or I did it, you know. Because some girls, like one girl in particular, it was just, you know, what you call a BJ, to keep it censored. We're going to keep it censored tonight. But, the point is, like, this is an adult conversation where you talk about, hey, sex was involved, and my body count was probably about 25, honestly, if you guys want to know. By the time I was 30, there was probably 25. And then post 30, besides the woman I was with, well, you guys know, for a decade, it was a semi, hand job, blow job, semi, and a girl that we had intercourse, but it didn't feel real, kind of. And that's when the simulation hit that, damn, my whole life, my past life doesn't matter anymore. Like, sex doesn't matter. So, like, me dropping this video about my body count, it doesn't even really matter, the girls' names, honestly, anymore. It doesn't really even matter, because I told you guys about my virginity and Hung knew it, and all these things, and, the honorable mentions that never was even sexual that I was in, crushes or relationships with. But end of the day, it doesn't even really matter. There was girls I could name, like, I liked Mariana, but end of the day, it didn't last. It was, I moved to Tallahassee. I ended up messing with a girl named KK up there. That didn't last. How many of our little flings didn't last, and then you're scarred? Unknowingly, you could be scarred from just, soul ties when you think about it. Tied into another person and then you separate. It's really effed up. But that's why I believe, we had to let these gatekeepers fall. That's been effing up the love, um, the proper love story, the origin of X and Y and XX, like how to do it right. Things are getting more tribal, things are getting more rooted into how we were built to be. So that's why following the Ten Commandments is important. That's why I never ever want to be lusting after anybody's wife. Even for you guys that know that I struggle with pornography, a lot of the porn I watch is cartoon and animated and computer generated, and even that is wrong, but it's like it helps me get away from looking at, you know, somebody's daughter that was probably molested and got into the pornography game and put under satanic spells and all types of stuff. It's like it's not really cool to really watch porn at all. Like, if we're gonna talk about my body count, we gotta talk about pornography too, because a lot of us are having sex and doing sex moves based on what we see in pornography, the humping and the groaning and the stabbing like violently with your member, which is your penis. The Bible talks about it as like a member of your body. So it's like, we can't leave that conversation alone either. You guys can't just be begging the tea for the names of girls I had sex with and what I did, and we can't talk about pornography that affected us all, even if you had a high body count or not. How many of us in America was affected by the pornography industry and the origin story of Playboy and how every household made it seem like it was okay for there to be, you know, a Hugh Hefner as a Superman of Playboy, and we don't even understand what's going on. So that's not just talking to one person. I'm talking about the entire beast of pornography that still affects us to this day. You heard Mel Gibson say about his head's full of pornography. A lot of our heads are messed up. You know, Kanye went through it. You know, we all went through it. Little weird fetishes, searches. You know, I told Daniel on the phone what I saw Pastor Jean Claude's search was. Because I never was a fan of watching homosexual porn. It couldn't hit me because I like women. I'm too straight the way God created me. But we all go through traumatic sexual experiences, molestations we don't talk about. But how much of that pornography has really affected us, even going back to magazine and books of it. Because I started that way. I started seeing it on pages before, getting a PSP and searching it. Or actually, let me take that back. It might have been both around the same time, getting on a PSP, searching it, and getting pages of magazines and stuff and seeing it. So let's not act like it's not a whole industry and that was invented at some point, maybe in the 1900s, not even that long ago. So when you get around an actual woman, you're not even interested because of how much porn you've been exposed to. Like if the body don't look like this or everything ain't popping or in your face, you don't even want to talk to a girl. So it's messed up even relationships. A lot of girls, don't want to go even to the grocery store because they might stay at home, masturbate to porn, and don't even, have a desire to, make themselves presentable in front of other men. So there's stories and sides to it I can really break down, get people really uncomfortable out of their seat, but I'm not really trying to do all that. Maybe a body count part four, we could finish off that way. But at the end of the day, I'll give you guys about 25. 25 body count was about the amount of women I had sex with. Actual single women individuals. I never did trains and orgies and all that. That was never cool to me. That was never godly. That was satanic. I never got into that. It was always one on one, you know. So one at a time. End of the day, if you want to count the amount of women I ever hunched, like made contact with, hugged, and really gave a kiss on the cheek or buried my head in her bosom, that wasn't a family member, female, like, if you really want to name, like, that many body counts of just any type of romantic kindle flame, even like constant hugs, the hugging, the deep, long hugs and spending time together, maybe 50 girls. Because at the end of the day, a lot of girls that touched my life or I touched their lives, there was no sex involved. Just combos, hugs, maybe a kiss, and then, yeah, maybe some other stuff. Hand jobs, blow jobs, hunching, grinding, or dancing on each other. These are things of contact. So I probably could say there's probably been 50 girls if I average out, my life, 20 to 30, you know, 15 to 30. And I'm 33. Guys, I've been chilling for the past year, almost coming up on a year. No more chicks, bro. I'm chased for the Lord. I'm following Jesus. But end of the day, I gotta tell my story. So there it is.
as far as body count part 4, we could brush over some details about like what happened during college. Um, I'll drop a name here and there, but I don't want anyone thinking I did this to drop names on females in the matrix. There, why is he saying being exposed? Everybody knows that knows, man. But when it comes to the count, you got 25 at least. No, I'm gonna have to sit here and try to write every single chick. I didn't do this to write it down. I did this to talk about it, to help guys talk about how people just release, their body count, talk about their thing. Women and men too. Men for sure, but I'm sure this helps women. I know it helps. But we got to be real about it. So, and when it comes to pornography, you got to be real. Like it's dying out. They can close all the websites. We can go without it, but they got to shut it down. Have all of them. Because I still watch anime. There's hentai, all this stuff. So it's like you got to really wipe it all out across the country. Powers that be. Just like they can shut down the internet. So we'll see what's next. But Jesus, he's got it. He got. We're all here, no matter what your body count is. You're alive, right? If you're struggling with STDs and HIVs and these things, you gotta pray. Gotta pray and take care of yourself. But we're all here, no matter what your body count is and who it was with. We're here, so let's move forward in peace, okay? That's it, man. That's what y'all need to know about the body count. We gotta move forward in peace and harmony, all right? I hope that's what y'all needed, because that's what I had to say. All right, we out. God bless. Jesus bless y'all.